All right, we're going to be starting chapter 2 with patterns. Okay, first thing we have to discuss is a little terminology here. Conjecture, one of the neat words we get to say in geometry, basically means an educated guess. You know, there are other more official definitions for it, but that's what I call it, just an educated guess. You're just using your noggin to figure out the best answer to what the pattern is showing you. A counterexample is an actual example that proves your conjecture false. And we'll talk about that a little bit down at the bottom here. Okay, so now a conjecture, educated guess. If we see the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, we obviously think that 5 is next. That's our conjecture. We just follow the pattern. Our next one, we have a pattern that says 1, 1/2, 1/4, 1/8, and we're saying, you know what, it looks, okay, they always have 1s on top. We have a 2 on the bottom, a 4 on the bottom, an 8 on the bottom. What's happening there? We're doubling the denominator, so therefore we would come up with a conjecture of 1/16 would be our conjecture on that one. The next problem, we have a 1, -4, 9, -16. Well, when we look at it, hopefully you see the pattern. Number one thing, it goes positive, negative, positive, negative, so it makes sense that our next one would be positive. Now, as far as the numbers go, hopefully you recognize these are perfect squares. This is 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16, so therefore 5 squared is 25, and it's positive because it's positive's turn. The next one would be -36, which is 6 squared, and the negative positive pattern would follow. Our next one, this is actually called Fibonacci's number. Okay, you have a 1 and then a 1, and then 2, 3, 5, and we're like, how do we get to the next one? Well, here's what you do on this one. 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. 3 plus 5 is 8. And our next one that we're not showing here, 5 plus 8 would be, yep, you got it, 13. Okay, so here now we're looking at a conjecture. It's always sunny in Decatur. Well, it seems like it, especially in the summer, but you could just say a counterexample. Well, wait a minute, last week it was cloudy or rainy. We could have said that on Monday. It was really storming on Monday, so therefore our conjecture is false. We found a counterexample to make our conjecture false. Okay, another conjecture. The opposite of an integer is a negative integer. Well, that's not always true, because if you start with a negative integer, then its opposite would be a positive. So that would be our counterexample. Now we'll also have some things where we talk about drawing pictures. Okay, it'll just say ABCD is a rectangle. So you draw yourself a rectangle and you label it ABCD. Now I do want you to note that A, B, C, D goes around the horn just as you're drawing it. You follow that pattern. You can't go A, B, and then put your C over here and your D there. Then that doesn't work with what you've been told. All right, we are done here. So, talk to you later. Bye.